everybody. Coffee first. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. It is Mother's Day in the UK today, so happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful mums and stepmoms and grandmas and aunties and everybody. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day. We are just having a bit of a relaxing morning. I do think I've got to nip out at some point. We appear to be out of pop, which is ridiculous. But I wanted to come on quickly and show you. I did get yarn for Mother's Day, so I'm going to show you what I got. It is a wool warehouse order. So, those were the two that I showed you last week that I dyed to go with the slip stravaganza, and that's the other one that's going to go with it, which is what my friend Shelley bought me at Yarndale. So I'm going to have those three. I'll show you the colours in a minute. But for Mother's Day, I got a gorgeous, it is that bright. It really is that bright. And I'm tempted to put this one into the slip stravaganza instead of this one. I haven't quite decided yet because the pink was for the V for Valentine's socks. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me just show you the yarn. So I got this and Cascade Heritage in black. I go through so much black yarn, and Cascade Heritage, as you all know, is just beautiful. I got it upside down. There we go. So yeah, this is from the boys, and I go through so much yarn. So two of them are going into my slip stravaganza, and I'm really fancying a painting bricks shawl as well. I just love the painting bricks pattern. I really do. I'm not sure if that's 1 or 2 skeins. If it's 1 skein, I'll use that. If it's 2, I'll get another. So those are what I got. So slip stravaganza, I was initially going to do these 3 with 2 black. Oops, do you know? Can I hold it? Yeah, there we go, like that. But I don't know whether to do, put that one down there, these 3. I haven't decided yet. I wanted this pink yarn for the V for Valentine's socks, but this one will look equally as good because it's tonal, and that might look better in socks. This one will give a really high impact because it is that bright on the slip stravaganza. So them two, if them two hit together, that's fine. Them two, I think I might use this one for the slip stravaganza and use this one for the V for Valentine's socks. Because if them two hit, which they will at some point, that'll look cool. Them two will look cool. Them two. Yeah, I think I might use that one. And then do this one for the V for Valentine's socks. This is a real tonal pink. It's like, I don't know how to explain this colour. It's beautiful. This is a mixture of raspberry dye, but just in different strengths. Let me see if I can open it. Stuart's meowing at the window. So I've done some really light strengths and some really deep strengths. And I think in socks that will look so, so nice. So yeah, I think I might do that. I wonder how many skeins of the main colour the painting brick shawl is. It don't really matter, because I'm not going to be casting it on anytime soon. But yeah. So that is the plan for the yarn, and this one is what my friend Shelley bought me from Yarndale, which I absolutely love. Love, 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 love. So the only thing is I've got to wind all this yarn, which is part of the reason I thought, do I use this one? Because it's already a ball. Does anybody else like not enjoy winding yarn, or is that just me? It's my least favourite thing to do. But technically I've only got to wind 3 skeins because I'm not casting on the Valentine's socks yet. I've got the pattern. It was a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's by Ellie Jones from Craft House Magic. Let me just show you the pattern because it's really, really nice. My friend has been making it on the Zoom notebook. Favourites. Where is it? Oh, it's not there. Let me just Google it. V for Valentine socks. Ravelry. Here we go. There you go. That's the V for Valentine socks. They're beautiful, aren't they? And they look good in any yarn. They are still a free pattern on Ravelry. So I'll show you again. V for Valentine socks on Ravelry. If I remember, I'll link it below, but if I forget, it's here. It's a free pattern. It's really, really nice. But I'm not going to be casting it on yet, like I say, because for Easter I'm doing the Crafty Clegs yarn for me and Danny. So it'll be a pattern for later on. So that is what I got. I've been absolutely spoiled. Absolutely spoiled. But yeah, I'm just working on Danny's sock at the moment. I'm just on the toe, so I'm just finishing that. Hopefully get the second sock cast on. Even if I just literally do the cast on, I'll feel better that it's done. And then I'm going to wind up the yarn for the slip extravaganza. And work on that for a little bit today. So, I'll be back in a little bit, everybody. I hope you're all enjoying your day so far. You all having a nice day? Why have I got pink on my hand? How did I get that? How have I done that? I have no idea. Hope you're all having a lovely day. It is much later in the day now. It is 10 to 3. I'm going to move my finger in a minute. I'm just filling the kettle up. I know my finger's in front of the camera. We'll move it right now. Yeah, I've had a lovely day. I've just cast on for the slip extravaganza, done the mammoth I-cord border edge doodah cast on. Oh my word, that took a while. And gone back and picked up all the stitches on the I-cord border, cast on, whatever it's called. So that bit's done, yay! I think the cat has just tried to jump on the surface and fallen off, bless him. So now I shall make myself a coffee. I'm going to put tea on. I'll probably start it in half an hour. It won't take long. The longest part is going to be the roast potatoes. So it's not going to take long. And I'm really looking forward to it. We've got giant Yorkshire puddings. Roast potatoes, sausages, onion gravy. It's going to be lovely. So yeah. Hello.
Hello.
What have you got?
A jumper.
Do you know I'm cold?
Yes.
I've got goose pimples.
I can tell.
Want that one?
Not having that one.
That one looks warmer. Right, I'm going to go and make this coffee. I shall be back in a little bit. Coming back to say I got my way. I got this one. Hello. I'm just doing sprouts. For tea, I've got potatoes on to boil, and I'm just going to put some sprouts in. So I thought I'd have a chat while I'm chopping sprouts. Are you all having a nice day? I know I've asked that about 10 times already. Whoops, a daisy. I nearly dropped the knife on the floor. Never mind. I got 2 beautiful handmade cards. I'll show you them later when I'm filming in the lounge. And I got 2 beautiful bunches of flowers as well. So I'm feeling very spoilt today. Not that Mother's Day is about gifts, because it isn't. It's just about spending time with those that you love. So yes, it's been a lovely day so far. The dog has sat next to me all day as well, bless her. I'm on with the slip extravaganza. I've got the world's biggest cable on it because I didn't have any smaller cables available. And I just thought, well, I'm going to need the big cable later on anyway. so I may as well just use it. So it's got a really big cable on it. I'm also switching the colours up a little bit in true Alex style, so I could run out of colours if I'm not careful. I need to be a little bit careful. The first section is striping the colours for the honeycombs. Now when I cast on this slip extravaganza last time, I found that bit quite frustrating because there was just so much yarn attached, and I just thought I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do each honeycomb one colour. So I'm still going to use 2 colours, I think, but rather than doing them striped in each honeycomb, I'm just going to do it a solid colour, so it should be alright, but we'll see how it goes. If I need to add more colours to it later, I'll just add more colours to it later. It's no big deal. So yeah, and that's about it. What time is it? 3:30. Just putting everything on. Like I say, it's a real cheap roast dinner. Do the sausages in the air fryer. The only thing that's going into the oven is the roast potatoes. And that's it. Oops. Oops. And yeah. I do like sprouts. They're my favourite vegetable. They really are. Not so keen on carrots, but I love sprouts. And I know sprouts is one of those things you either love them or hate them. I love them. Finlay's not keen on sprouts, but everybody else is. Always make sure we've got plenty. And I don't like frozen sprouts either. They have to be fresh sprouts. That is that. Put some water in there. Got potatoes on to boil. I'll add garlic and salt and pepper to them while they're roasting. So they will be lovely too. And everything's on. Everything's on. So that should be a nice tea tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. Right, I need to go give some of these sprout trimmings to the hamster. Obviously, not all of them, but she can have a few. Hello, everybody. It's 20 to 6. First of all, I have something to show you. And it is Danny's first sock. I finished it today. So I'm going to cast on the second sock. I was going to cast it on today, but I really wanted to start the Starflake, so I'm going to cast the second sock on tomorrow. But his first sock's finished. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to be working on the Starflake a little bit tonight while we're chatting. Because there's black yarn on it, and as soon as the light goes, I'm not going to be able to work on it. So I'm going to pick it up now and show you what I've got so far. So I've popped it into this bag. This is the giraffe bag, the fabric my friend gave me, and I made the bag, and it's just beautiful. I love it. Pop my pattern there. Now, where are we? Excuse the ridiculously long cable. I told you earlier I've put it on a ginormous cable because it's the only one I had spare. And this is the sum total so far. Where are we? So the little bricks are just starting. This is what I was saying earlier about these little sections of brick. They're supposed to be striped, but I'm just going to do them solid colour, I think. And my yarn is in a tangle. I need to get one of my yarn pouches out that Sue made for me, because they come in really handy when you have got so much yarn going on. What am I doing here? You need to go over there. You need to go over there. Right. I think we're sorted. The dog's having a mad half hour over there. I don't quite know what she's doing. Right, here we go. Look, I told you the cable's massive. What did I buy this cable for? I bought it at Yarndale last year. What did I buy it for? Oh, one sec. Josh wants to show me something. Sorry, Josh just wanted to show me something. Now, what did I buy this cable for? Oh, it's going to really annoy me now until I remember what I bought it for. Oh. I remember needing a really long cable. What was I working on at Yarndale? the anthology throw. That was it. It was the anthology throw because it was so big. So I bought the biggest cable I could get. And this was it. I think it's like 50 inches or something. It can't be that long. I'm sure it is. So I have just found a new podcast. And I don't quite know how I've missed her. It's called Beccy Knits, and it's Beccy Monday. Now, I follow her on Instagram, and I didn't realise she was a podcaster. And it's only because it came up on Craft House Magic. She'd put a little thing on Instagram, and they'd all met up at the podcasters' meet-up place at East Anglia Yarn Festival, and she introduced everybody. I thought, oh, I don't follow you. Who are you? So I hopped on over to YouTube, and I am thoroughly enjoying Beccy Knits. She's lovely, absolutely brilliant. And she's just clarified something in the first probably 10 minutes of me watching the video that I haven't been able to figure out in my own mind. Do you remember I've had all the knitting problems this year? I do apologise about the dog. Where I've been like, I'm only going to work on one project, and then I'm casting on all the things, then I'm not happy with what I'm working on. She was saying she's a process knitter, and I know that I am too. I know that I can be sometimes a little bit of a product knitter. That's more so with socks. But everything else I tend to be a process knitter. And she was saying that she sets these unrealistic goals for herself in her head when she starts a project, of when she's got to get it finished, and then if she works on something else she feels guilty. And I have all those same feelings. I set myself ridiculous goals sometimes of, right, I'm going to get this done on this today and this done on this today. And then I might not want to work on that project. I might want to work on something else. And if I do, I feel incredibly guilty. So this is what Beccy was talking about in her latest episode, which was episode 30. I'm just checking. I'm watching episode 29 because I've just watched episode 30. Anyway, she was talking about this in episode 30, and she was saying she's taken those expectations off herself, and now her only goal is to work on whatever she wants. And that has meant a lot more whips and far fewer finished products, finished objects, but she is much happier doing it that way. And I thought, that is so true. How many of us set these unrealistic expectations of what we got, what we're going to get done and what we're going to knit and everything else, when you should just be working on what you want to work on? So it really made me think. So thank you, Beccy. I don't know if Beccy watches this podcast, probably not, but thank you. It was just a bit of a light bulb moment, really. So yeah, I'm going to work on the Starflake until the light goes down, and then I'm going to pick up my Halo jumper and do some work on that later. I've not read much more of this book. I'm just a few chapters in. You can see where I am with the pages. But it's been really good. I find books easier to read if they're on the iPad, to be perfectly honest. I can knit and read when I'm working on socks or just doing something like sleeves or something like that. I can knit and read quite easily, but it's the faff of trying to prop the book up. So if I've got a book on the iPad, I find it much easier. But then that frustrates me if my iPad's flat and it's on charge and it's on iBooks or something. Then I get a bit, But yeah, I've stopped actually buying Kindle books, because you've got to buy them on Amazon now and then download them to your Kindle app. And I used to buy a lot of Kindle books, and I find that such a faff that I've actually stopped buying Kindle books. So I tend to buy either iBooks or audiobooks, or if I buy a paperback, it's because I've seen it in Tesco's or something and just grabbed it if it's been cheap. But yeah. So, plans for this week. Oh, I got not a notification. I got a comment from Jeanette earlier on. She was commenting on my status on Instagram. Anyway, she's posting the Easter treat boxes out early this week, so I was really pleased. I thought they were pre-order for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. I do tend to make stuff up sometimes. Does anybody else do that? You get an idea in your head and you've not got it from anywhere and you just, I don't know. I do it all the time. All the time. So yeah, no plans really for next week apart from work and getting ready for the shop update the week. Is it the week after? I don't know now. When's the shop update? It'll be the week after, won't it? Oh, we've got a little bit of time yet. It might not be so busy next week, so I actually got longer than I thought we did. Yeah, 'cause it's the shop update's not till the 1st. I was thinking it was on Saturday. It's not, is it? It's the week after. Oh, dear me. See what I mean? Get an idea in my head and there's no shifting it. I have got longer than I thought for the shop update. Oh, well. So, yeah, Josh is at school in the morning. And I've got a smear test to have tomorrow. About lunchtime tomorrow for that. And I think that is it for plans for tomorrow. Nothing exciting going on at all, really. So rather than waffle and waffle and waffle at you, I will let you get on and I will see you tomorrow for day 20. I hope all you wonderful mothers have had a lovely, lovely day. And yeah, see you tomorrow, everybody.